A pleasant afternoon once again. This is Paula Canu of the Philippine Franchise Association. Again, allow me to welcome everyone to our eighth run of How to Invest in the Right Franchise webinar. Before we proceed to our program, allow me to take this opportunity to greet as well our viewers on the Facebook page. Please join us later in the discussion by dropping in your questions in the comment section. Also joining me today is my colleague, Miss Rose Abad. How are you, Miss Rose?
Hi, Paula. I'm doing great and really overwhelmed with the support of our participants from all over the country. Despite the postponement last November, uh, by Ulysses, we are very happy that they have joined us. And thank you so much for spending your afternoon with us. And I hope as we are fast approaching Christmas and New Year, we remain to be ever hopeful for our future and let this be a reminder that good things are coming in our way for as long as we strive and for as long as we keep our faith. Ayan. So, tuloy pa rin ang Pasko, di ba, Paula?
Yes, Miss Rose, I could not agree more. This year is a challenging year and we have endured so much, but we as Filipinos will always find our way to get up and move forward. And this afternoon, allow us to appreciate our participants for taking your time to learn with us. We have a lot in store for you on the new opportunities in the market and moreover give you insights on the basics and principles of the right and wise franchise investment.
So let's get to it. Before we begin, let us offer a short prayer and ask for guidance as we face the new normal. Let us put ourselves to the presence of the Lord and remember that God is always with us. Despite whatever situation, whatever our condition, God is always with us. On that note, let us all pray. Almighty Father, Almighty God and Father, we thank you for gathering us online today for our webinar on how to invest in the right franchise. We pray that this activity will be fruitful for all of us. Look kindly on our hopes and aspirations and bless the work of our hands, that our labors will bear good fruit and will be of service to our neighbors. But as we lift up to you all our hopes and plans, we also pray that we will learn to seek your will and plans for us, for we know that as our Father, your plans for us are to prosper and not to be harmed, to have hope and to have a future. Lastly, we pray that you guide us out of this crisis and become better persons, doing our fair share to make this world a better place. All this we pray, trusting in your providence and mercy. Amen.
Amen to that, Miss Rose. Thank you for that beautiful prayer. I know everyone is looking forward to hearing our speakers and discover new franchise opportunities. But before we begin, allow me to briefly remind everyone of our house rules. First thing first, kindly ensure a stable internet connection for better viewing experience of the webinar. Kindly ask your questions related to the presentation through the Q&A box found at the lower portion of your screen. For requests for presentations, kindly take screenshots using your devices to capture the slides, or you may watch the replay of How to Invest in the Right Franchise webinar on Facebook and YouTube. Should the presentation be large or too small on your screen, kindly adjust and view options found at the top portion of your screen. You may opt for fit to screen or view side by side. If you want more information about a certain brand, please leave your contact details in the chat box with your name, email, mobile number, and the name of the brand you are interested in. For those who would like to request for an e-certificate, kindly email us at info@pfa.org.ph. Please indicate your full name, company or organization, and the reason for requesting for the certificate. We encourage everyone to use your social media accounts to post comments and even suggestions about how to invest in the right franchise webinar by using the hashtag BeTheBoss. And let's practice and observe respectful comments and refrain from using offensive language in the chat box. And also, please follow us on social media accounts at Philippine Franchise Association or visit our website at www.pfa.org.ph. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paula. This afternoon, we have with us our PFA President, Ms. Cheryl Quintana, to give her welcome remarks and session overview. We also have with us our resource speaker, who is currently the strategic planning consultant of Francorp Philippines, Ms. Rhea Flores, to share her expertise and advice on wise franchise investment.
And later, we will hear from our PFA members, Easy Day Shop, Potato Corner, Cafe Latte, Bayad Center, and new franchise sales and management featuring Shawarma Shack, H2O Coffee, Panda, TGP, Sugar Panda, and Chatime for their franchise packages and to learn more on how they pivot and embrace the changes brought by the pandemic. And of course, we also have this afternoon a special presentation from our valued partners, PLDT Enterprise and BPI, for their services anew to the better normal. And before we end, we would like to encourage everyone to participate in our short survey to know which brands you would like to get in touch with. Moreover, we would like to inform you that by joining in this call later, you agree to share your email, name, and contact number to our presenters. Through this, they will contact you for their franchise packages and even their promos for the holidays.
All
Okay?
right. So let's get this started. To formally welcome everyone on today's webinar, we're pleased to introduce this afternoon's our guest speaker, a multi-talented, multi-awarded entrepreneur and a business leader. She was the first Filipina to receive the Asia Pacific Women Entrepreneur conferred by the Confederation of Asia Pacific Chambers of Commerce and Industry in their 34th conference in Turkey. She is also a passionate mentor, an author, and a professional speaker on the topics of entrepreneurship, branding, franchising, and strength-based coaching. She authored the book A Small Entrepreneur's Journey: How to Start, Survive, Succeed. And she recently launched her second book, Yes, the Filipino Brand Can, which is also her advocacy. Our guest speaker pays forward to fellow MSMEs in the Philippines through mentorship and inspiration that a homegrown brand can level up to a greater heights and compete with the international business platform. Let us now welcome the founder and chief executive officer of Arispa Solutions Incorporated and the president of the Philippine Franchise Association, a remarkable leader and a true inspiration, Miss Cheryl Quintana. Ma'am
Thank you,
Cheryl.
Rose. Thank you, Rose, and thank you, Paula. Don't we all look excited this afternoon? I'm greeting everyone. Good afternoon to all our presenters, our participants, and of course, our Facebook Live viewers. I know everyone is excited. The season is fast approaching, and it's already Merry Christmas to everyone. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and officers of the Philippine Franchise Association, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome all of you. Before I begin, allow me to express my sincerest gratitude to our participants who joined us in our webinar this afternoon. Today marks our 8th How to Invest in the Right Franchise webinar in this new normal. And we are truly gratified to have witnessed the growing interest of our viewers to start a business and be their own boss. Your presence here today, of course, shows that you have the spirit to succeed. And despite of all the uncertainties and of course the problems that we are facing brought by the pandemic, you have decided to rise up and determine your future. Of course, this afternoon, we encourage you to listen and to join us in the discussion by sending in your questions, as Paula and Rose have been repeatedly inviting everyone, reminding all of you, because at the end of the day, engagement is the key. So with that being said, after all, the primary goal of this webinar is to help the public understand the fundamentals of franchising and help you recognize of what is really the wise franchise investment. A lot of people has been asking me what is the best franchise to invest with, What do we have to look for? This afternoon will answer all of those questions. So you have to be engaged while we are doing this. This remains to be our advocacy so that the Filipinos won't fall prey to scams and fly-by-night concepts. So para hindi tayo lahat naloloko. Another important goal of this seminar is to encourage Filipinos to become entrepreneurs via franchising and contribute to efforts to economic development, especially during these difficult times. So we have that moral obligation to help together in the bouncing back of the economy of the country. This afternoon, you'll be also hearing different franchise investment opportunities from PFA members. And we in PFA make sure that our members go through a rigid screening process before they become members, before the membership accepts them. And of course, everyone are expected adhering to the fair franchising standards. So if you wish to learn more on our members, please browse our directory by visiting our website that was flashed on the screen earlier, www.pfa.org.ph. We hope that through this webinar, you will be encouraged to start your own business and do your part in bringing our economy back to recovery. Before I end, I'd like to acknowledge, please allow me to thank our partners for making this webinar possible. To our co-presenters, PLDT Enterprise and BPI, and of course, to our partners, Sea Oil Philippines Incorporated, 7-Eleven, the Generics Pharmacy, Mega World, Phoenix Petroleum, Insular Life, SM Supermalls, Qualiplus International, FranCorp, LTNG Credit Line Corporation, and for the valuable support of the Department of Trade and Industry and the OWA local offices. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Let's embrace the new opportunities in the new normal and let us continue to come together for the greater good of our country. I will now proceed to the overview of today's webinar. Okay, so what are we expecting this afternoon? We are expecting that everyone will be educated and on wise franchise investment. Of course, we also wish to encourage entrepreneurship through franchising. And of course, this is brought to you, organized by the Philippine Franchise Association, the home of the trusted franchise brands in the Philippines. What is franchising? So franchising essentially is the power of growing from one to many by duplicating a successful business. So you see already what are the qualifying indicators, no? We have to duplicate a successful business. And franchising relies on this power of growing from one business to many. So as you can see from the screen, that's how a basic structure looks like. So, and we will now proceed to who is PFA. So, the Philippine Franchise Association was founded in 1995, and it is the pioneer franchise association in the country. Although a lot of you will probably recognize PFA being home of the big brands, no, that you see populating the market, but members includes also, of course, the biggest franchise brands, both local and foreign. But 69% of the members are micro, small, and medium enterprises. It is a voluntary, self-regulating governing body and the only internationally recognized franchise association in the country, as we are members of the World Franchise Council and active member of WFC, as well as the current secretariat of the Asia Pacific Franchise Confederation. And of course, having said that, PFA is the voice of the Philippine franchise sector. What does it take to be a PFA member brand? I know a lot of you are here to know how to get into franchising, but might as well know also how does it take to be a PFA member brand. One has to have a good business reputation and standing, so its current status, and at least meet two of these criteria. At least 3 company-owned outlets operating, at least 3 franchised outlets, and franchising for at least 3 years. So 333. That's the basic requirement being a member of PFA. So hindi pwede yung kakasimula lang, no? Within 1 year pa lang and are not yet into franchising. Of course, the member brands of PFA abides by the PFA Fair Franchising Standards. It is also understood the Code of Ethics. And the Philippine Fair Franchising Standards, it is a policy setting document adopted by the members of the PFA that covers the conduct of sales of franchise by the PFA members. Why do we have to do that? To establish uniform standards of conduct to govern franchise relationships. So dapat there's a uniformity, there's a standard conduct of governing these relationships. There's, of course, also to develop a set of principles to govern the business and legal relationships of legitimate franchisors and franchisees. Very clear-cut yan. And of course, lastly, to promote self-regulation of the franchising sector. How does PFA and the Philippine franchising is interestingly related? Before PFA, franchising in the Philippines was only for foreign and large corporations or enterprises. So we can only see big brands in the market populating at that time before PFA came in 1995. There was just an average growth of 1 franchise per year. And of course, a lack of public awareness. Now, very few people know what franchising is all about. And there are, of course, no seminars like this that we're doing to educate everyone how to go into this business model, how to be your own boss using this business model. So because of the PFA, our efforts through the years, franchising was introduced to micro, small, and medium enterprises, to our smaller businesses, not just large corporations. And of course, there was that average growth of 62 franchises per year. And mind you, even during the pandemic, a lot of people now find themselves to be their own boss, going through franchising. And franchising has become the preferred investment option. Okay, here are my tips for you. What are the key questions to ask your franchisor? So after this seminar, while you're listening to the presenters, or if meron ka ng napupusuan na brand na gusto mong mag-invest ka or ng family mo, what do you need to ask them? The correct questions. So you have to ask the franchisor support program. So it's a continuous program after the sales have been conducted. If you've agreed already together that you will get into their business, to this business together, what is the support program of the franchisor? What is the investment's return of investment? Kailan babalik ang pera mo? When do you expect to earn? So it is also, of course, correct to ask them, what is the right location of the brand? So before, everyone was assuming that you will survive if you are located in the mall. So not all franchises, not all brands will grow in a particular location. So there is a correct or right location for one brand, and it varies from one to another. And you have to ask them, what is our target market with this brand? What business adjustments are you going to adapt to the new normal? The good thing also, the silver lining of the pandemic, of the experiences we had in the past months, now you will see who are the brands still surviving? Or those who have pivoted immediately, no? Those who have adapted to the new normal, you have that insight that it will, of course, also work in the uh, post in the new normal times, no? After we have already gone past the pandemic. So this will be the program flow for everyone later. So of course, also we have the presenters from the select PFA members, and you will also have the presentation from our co-presenter BPI, which is this program is specific for those who's into franchising. So the business franchise financing by BPI will be presented to you later. And of course, there's a digital business framework for MSMEs by PLDT Enterprise. So make sure you ask questions, you engage. There's, I'm sure Paula and Rose will guide you. You can ask your questions, type in the Q&A box. And of course, later, those questions will be asked at the Q&A portion. Okay, so with that, I'm very excited for all of you. I hope that you will decide to be your own boss, and I wish you the best. May God bless you this season. And always, yes, the Filipino brand can. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Ms. Cheryl, for your kind message and insightful overview. In the meantime, may we take this opportunity to request from our speakers and presenters to open their camera and have a group pictorial before we proceed with the program. We're waiting for Miss Ida and Miss Isan. Miss Vel, please open your camera.
Hi, Paula. I think I cannot open my camera. You can only open it.
Let me work on that.
There.
There
Thank
you
you.
go. Better. Are we ready? Okay. In 1, 2, 3, smile. Another one for safekeeping. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much, everyone. Maraming salamat po. Miss Rose?
Again, thank you so much, Ms. Cheryl. Ma'am Cheryl. Now, moving forward with our program. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to introduce our resource speaker. She is a trained Six Sigma Green Belt and an experienced management systems consultant with clients in the food, electronics, banking, and service industries. She is also an ISO professional and IRCA, which stands for International Register of Certified Auditors, trained lead auditor for quality. She is currently leading the franchise development projects in the food, retail, and service sectors and is a candidate for graduation from the Certified Franchise Executive Program of the Asian Institute of Certified Franchise Executive. Now let us all welcome the Strategic Planning Consultant of FranCorp Philippines, Ms. Rhea Flores.
Yan. Thank you, Miss Rose. Salamat po for that introduction. So this afternoon, I will be talking about investing in the right franchise. So as Miss Cheryl mentioned a while ago, the PFA wants to encourage entrepreneurship through franchising. And we really believe that franchising is a good vehicle for you to be your own boss. So let's get started. Ayan. I'll share my screen ba or you will share it for me? I can share my screen naman. Yeah, let me just and disable pala ang sharing. Ayun. Ayan. So, thank you for flashing my presentation. So, again, my name is Rhea Flores, and I am a strategic planning consultant for FranCorp. So kami sa FranCorp, we help companies launch large companies through their franchising business. So in the past, we have worked with clients like Jollibee, the Maxis Group, Turk Shawarma, Pen Shop, the Generics Pharmacy, among others. And one of the most basic things that we teach our clients is to have a win-win mindset. This win-win mindset is very important in franchising, especially for you, the franchisees. It's important for you to win, for you to be happy with the franchise, of course, to be profitable. Because if you are winning, the franchisor also wins. Kaya win-win mindset. In the next slide, we will see that winning is important for potential franchisees such as yourselves. If you want to build your dream of becoming your own boss and get out of the rat race. So 'di ba? Marami sa atin na gusto nating magnegosyo kasi parang paikot-ikot na lang tayo eh. So we want to be our own boss. There. In the next slide, we will see that over time, getting a franchise will guarantee you higher chances of succeeding and winning compared to when you start a traditional retail business from scratch. Bakit kamo ganon? Ayan. So if you weigh your options, you'll see that if you want to have a business that has a higher chances of succeeding in the long term, as you will see in the screen, in the next slide na weighing scale, weighing kung mag-open ka ba ng restaurant or you open your own sari-sari store, getting a franchise or um, getting a franchise will guarantee you higher chances of succeeding. And the following slides will explain to us bakit mas mataas yung chances for success in franchising. So there are two main advantages when you get a franchise. Una is use of name. Pangalawa is use of system. So first, let's talk about use of system. Anong ibig sabihin ng use of name? Let's talk about use of name first. So what does that mean, use of name? So basically, ang ibig sabihin ng use of name is that you get to use the franchisor's trade name and benefit from the brand's strong equity. So imagine being able to use yung brand name na automatic meron ka agad recall, automatic kilala ka agad ng mga consumers, ng public. So you don't need to come up with something catchy, something witty, and later on, poproblemahin mo pa kapag may kumopya ng pangalan mo. Kasi sa franchising, hindi mo kailangan problemahin yun because the franchisor has already registered the trade name under their corporation. So that sure tayo na sila yung may-ari nung brand name at walang panggagayang magaganap or walang illegal na panggagayang magaganap. Okay? So that's use of name. Then use of system, it means that may access ka doon sa proprietary operations manual ng franchisor. So meron kang guide para mai-operate mo yung business the same way that company-owned stores are being operated. Meron ka ring access to the brand standards of store design, merchandising, the supply chain, so marketing campaigns. So those are already documented and those are already developed for you, ready to be implemented. So you don't need to come up with ano ba yung tama, hindi mo na kailangan pag-eksperimentohan yun kasi na-develop na yun ng franchisor for you. And also, as a franchisee, you'll have access to new products and services kung meron mang i-launch si franchisor. So, apart from operating the store, hindi mo na kailangang isipin na kailangan ko bang mag-develop ng bagong product kasi mukhang nagsasawa na yung market sa ino-offer ko. The franchisor will take care of that and will share that with you if you are a franchisee. So those are the main advantages, use of name, use of system. So ano naman yung i-offer mo in exchange for access to those two things? So you bring into the table money, time, and people. So isa-isahin po natin yung components na yan. Let's talk about the money component first. Franchise fee. So when you get the franchise, you pay a one-time franchise fee which is payable upon signing of the franchise agreement. So ulitin ko po, one-time payment lang po yung franchise fee. At babayaran nyo po yan, dapat po kompleto kapag napirmahan nyo na yung franchise agreement. Okay? So para saan po yung franchise fee? You pay the franchise fee para po ma-allow kayo na gamitin yung name and system. So it's a fee that you pay to be able to use the name and the system. Okay? So unit capital, this means that when you get a franchise, you will be the ones to put up the capital para po ipatayo yung tindahan, para po bilhin, i-furnish yung store, bilhin yung mga equipment na kailangan, the furniture, the fixtures that are needed for the store, and also to buy the initial stocks that will be used to operate the business. So kayo po yung magpupundar nun because it's your business. And then periodically, you will be paying royalty fees and advertising fees. Ang royalty, typically monthly kinokolekta, minsan weekly. It's usually a percentage of your sales, but it could also be a fixed amount. Okay? So yung royalty naman po, unlike the franchise fee, it's a periodic fee na binabayaran. The royalty, ito very important, you pay the royalty for the ongoing or continuing support of your franchisor. So nabanggit po yan kanina ni Ms. Cheryl na ang franchisors should be giving support to their franchisees. So you pay for it, so you should be getting franchise support. The advertising fee, on the other hand, what happens is pinupool po yan ng franchisor. So iipunin niya po yan. Kung halimbawang 100 kayong franchisees, iipunin niya po yung system-wide or advertising fee na yan. Kung makalikom siya ng malaking halaga, gagamitin niya po yan to fund yung mga advertising campaigns. If for example, part ng marketing campaign is to get celebrity endorsers. So dyan po nila yan gagamitin. Or to have billboards along main thoroughfare. So dyan po nila yan gagamitin. Because the main advantage of the pooled advertising fee is to make sure that the brand is sikat, the brand is relevant. Kasi po kung sikat yung brand, kung relevant yung brand, kung lahat nare-recognize yung brand, then everybody in the franchise system will benefit from that. Okay? So that's royalty and advertising fee. As part of the system, you will also need to use and sell only items that are unique to the brand. So yung mga proprietary, required po tayo na i-purchase yon from the franchisor. Since it's proprietary, si franchisor lang po or yung kanyang accredited supplier yung pwedeng makapag-supply nun sa atin. Because we want to ensure that everybody's using the same thing because we want to make sure that the quality is ensured or the quality is maintained. Ayan. And the last bullet under money says that risks are managed because when you get a franchise, your ROI or return on investment is more assured and risks are managed because you are operating a business under a trade name that has higher brand equity and you are using a system and procedures that are already proven to work. So nabawasan po yung experimentation, nabawasan po yung mistakes that we could commit or we could commit because the system is already proven to work. Okay, so that's on the money side. Now let's go to the time side. So as a franchisee, you are expected to operate the franchise business actively. So hindi po yan isang passive investment na binili nyo yung franchise today, hayaan mo lang siyang tumakbo, magsasucceed yan by itself. It's not. It's not gonna be like that. It's still a business that you need to operate actively. You need to manage it responsibly to ensure that it will succeed. Ayan. Hindi naman po kailangan na 24 hours kayong nasa tindahan or you need to be in the store as long as it's open. Kailangan lang po aware kayo at the minimum. Kailangan aware kayo of what is happening in your store. Alam nyo dapat kung magkano yung average daily sales nyo. Alam nyo kung magkano yung inyong cost of goods. You know how much your operating expenses are. You know if your staff is providing the utmost customer service that they could, kung ano yung nakasulat sa inyong operations manual. And you also need to know basically kung paano ka kumikita ng pera, but most importantly, you need to know kung paano ka pwedeng mawalan ng pera. So yun po yung importante to be um, actively managing your franchise business. And when you get a franchise, you need to think of long term because franchise agreements usually at the minimum they take 3 years. Usually pinakamaikli yung 3 years, maybe as long as 20 years. So hindi pwede na today gusto kong mag-franchise, bukas ayoko na. So hindi po ganon, it's not how franchising works. It takes long-term commitment. All right? So we're done with time. Now let's go to the people side. So just like any other typical business, kailangan mo rin pong mag-hire when you operate a franchise business. Kailangan mo mag-hire ng staff mo na tatao doon sa tindahan para umandar yung negosyo. And you will be relying on your skills and your capabilities to run the business responsibly and for you to be able to comply with the standards that have been set by your franchisor. Ayan. So those things, money, time, and people will be the things that you will bring to the table. So now I will talk about ano naman yung mga franchise support that you should expect or that your franchisor should provide you. So basically, there are two forms of support that you can expect from your franchisor. There's opening support and there's ongoing support. Ayan. So as you can see in your screen. So under the opening support, you have your site support, your turnkey, and your training and setup. So dun sa site support, as the franchisor, kailangan niyang i-evaluate yung location kung saan mo gustong itayo yung tindahan. Kasi as the franchisor, alam niya kung anong location or saang location mag-work best yung concept niya. So for some franchisors, they also offer yung locator services, but that's for an extra fee already, possibly. Locator meaning if you don't have a potential location, your franchisor can offer their assistance in looking for a site for you. But that's, kumbaga bihira po yun mangyari. And if mangyari man, usually meron po yung extra fee. Yung turnkey, this means that the franchisor will construct the store, will furnish it with the right equipment, with the right fixtures and furniture. All you need to do as a franchisee is to pay kung magkano yung cost ng construction and the furnishings. And then the store is ready for you to operate. Training and setup, this is very important of course, syempre dahil i-operate mo yung store. So you and your staff need to be trained and the franchisor does the training or provides those initial training for you. Yung setup, usually a few days before the store open, merong soft opening yan. So the representative of the franchisor will be there to check kung meron pang mga last minute changes or any other tips or any other training that need to be provided before the store finally opens during the grand opening. And even hanggang grand opening, usually nandun pa rin po yung staff or representative nung franchise organization to help you. Kasi usually pag grand opening, syempre dadagsain tayo ng tao, so masyashock tayo. So tutulungan tayo ng staff ni franchisor para cope dun sa grand opening. And sometimes, or most of the time, even a few days after the store opening, maiiwan pa rin yung staff ni franchisor to make sure that you transition to usual operations as smoothly as possible. So those are the typical opening support na dapat hanapin nyo from your franchisors. As for the ongoing support, these include yung visits, yung consultations, training, and marketing. So visits and consultations, this could be in visits. Typically, this is quarterly. There will be times maybe that monthly nangyayari yung visits. Consultations could take the form of virtual meetings or email consultations or group chat. So marami pong forms yung consultation na pwedeng mangyari. Yung product research and development, as mentioned a while ago, if there are new items or new products that the franchisor has developed, or maybe improvements on the procedures or the operations of the store, i-share po yan sa inyo ni franchisor para po mai-adapt ninyo sa inyong sariling tindahan para po sa ikabubuti ng inyong negosyo. Kung may bago, syempre ite-train po kayo ng franchisor para po makakope kayo dun sa bago, or halimbawa nitong nakaraang or nitong ongoing mga lockdowns, there might have been health or new safety protocols that the government issued. So the franchisor usually takes the lead in spreading that to the franchise system and teaching that to their franchisees. When it comes to marketing, as mentioned, advertising, there's an advertising fund that's pulled. So para po pasikatin yung brand. But also the franchisor will provide you with local store marketing. So that's marketing in your immediate community. So those are the typical ongoing support. There could be more, but hopefully ito lahat na po provide ng franchisors ninyo na napupusuan ninyo so that you can there's a higher chances of success for you. So after franchisee support, let's now look at the challenges that is present in the franchising sector. So unang-una ng challenge sa franchising is that you have to always follow company standards. So for some, hindi po ito challenge, but for some na thinkers outside of the box, mahilig silang mag-experiment, they like to challenge rules. This could be a challenge for those kinds of people because in franchising, the standards and the systems have already been developed. So it's gonna be a problem for you if you're the type who likes to challenge everything. Ayan. So another challenge in franchising is the territorial restrictions. So sa franchise agreements, there are territorial restrictions, pero meron pong basis bakit po yan nakalagay sa franchise agreement. And one of the main things bakit po tayo may territorial restrictions is that the franchisor wants more people to benefit from having or owning a franchise brand. Okay. So yung last challenge po in franchising is having false expectations of instant success. So as I mentioned a while ago, franchising or getting a franchise is still getting a business. So negosyo pa rin po yan na kailangan yung i-operate responsibly, kailangan po ng active management ninyo. Hindi po yan magbubunga ng overnight success kung hindi po natin i-manage ng tama. So sana po among our audience wala pong ganyang false expectation. Okay? So having heard those challenges, and if you still feel that franchising is for you, you need to do a quick assessment of yourself. So medyo pag nilay-nilayan po natin, magkano ba yung kaya nating i-invest? So magkano yung meron tayo na kaya nating i-invest sa isang franchise? Ano ba yung skills and passions na meron po tayo? This is important because you will be operating your own business, so you might as well enjoy doing it. Ayan. And another important question is, can you find locations? Meron bang location na alam ka na fit dun sa concept na gusto mo? Kagaya nga na nabanggit ni Miss Cheryl kanina, hindi lahat ng locations magwo-work sa lahat ng concepts. So may mga binabagayang location yung mga concepts natin. And also, meron ka bang oras to manage a business? Kasi 'di ba active management yung requirement eh. So you need to have time to manage a business. Okay? So when you have a particular brand in mind, you should take time to do your due diligence. Do your research. So getting a franchise is similar to getting an investment. Diba when you invest in a particular stock, for example, inaaral mo yung company. So ganun din po, when you get a franchise, kailangan nyo pong aralin. You can visit the franchisor, know the brand, know the franchisors behind it. Importante po na you get to know the people behind the brand because you will be working with these people. And if you do not have the right chemistry, if you do not have the same values, kung nagka-clash po kayo unang meeting pa lang, then it's not gonna work. Okay, so you know the brand, you need to know the brand, you need to know the people behind the brand, uh, and as much as possible, please learn the basics of finance. Importante po yan kung magne-negosyo kayo. Dapat naiintindihan nyo yung mga terms like revenue, what's the difference between revenue and profit, for example, ano ba yung COGS, di ba? So kailangan po naiintindihan nyo yung mga numbers na yan. And you need to learn basic finance because that's the language of business, and you will be operating a business when you get a franchise. And you will also be expected to create your own business plan for your franchise business. I-require po kayo ng franchisor. So you need to understand numbers. Okay? And speaking of the franchisor brand, you need to make sure that the franchisor is the owner of the brand. Okay? Kasi kung naaalala nyo po, di ba, ang share ng franchisor or ang contribution ng franchisor is allowing you to use the name. Di ba? So, kung hindi niya pag-aari yung name, bakit kanya ina-allow to use that name, di ba? Eh, hindi naman kanya. So, it's important that the name is owned by the franchisor. So, halimbawa, the trade name Jollibee, that trade name is registered under the Jollibee Group. So sila yung may-ari. So may karapatan silang ipagamit yon sa kanilang mga franchisees. So it's the same thing whether it's a kiosk concept or a restaurant or a full concept, the trade name has to be owned by the franchisor. And very important also is to review the franchise agreement. I know that it's gonna be a pain in the behind reviewing a franchise agreement because sometimes it's as long as 40 pages, maybe 70 pages, but you need to make sure what you're getting into. Hanggat maaari, get the advice of a lawyer para lang sabihin kung fair for you yung kontrata na papasukin mo. Okay? Kasi mahirap nang magsisi sa huli na napirmahan mo na tapos biglang na-realize mo na hindi pala fair si franchise agreement. Okay? Yan. The next slide are key questions to ask, but Ms. Cheryl already covered that, so we can skip that. Para we can go to the next slide, which are the tips to be a successful franchisee. So number one is to be a good follower. Diba? So you paid the franchise fee and you're paying royalties to use a system that is proven to work, so use it. Okay? Create a business plan based on your location and the numbers that will be provided by your franchisor, diba? They will provide you with the ROI, with the payback. So use that and the characteristics of the location that you have para mag-create ng sarili mong business plan. Be a hands-on manager. You don't need to be in the store all the time, but you need to know what is happening in your store so that you can take the necessary actions and decisions for your business. Next tip is to manage your finances. Very basic, but some people still don't do it. Ihiwalay mo yung personal mong pera sa pera ng negosyo. Diba? Next is to market your store and its products and services because as the franchisee, you must also be a brand ambassador. And lastly, be willing to share your ideas with your franchisor because who knows, your idea might just be good enough to be implemented to the whole system. Okay? So I would like to close my sharing with the beauty of franchising. It's that when you franchise, you are in a business for yourself, but not by yourself. Ang ganda, di ba? Because you have the franchisor's experience, system, and expertise to help you become your own boss. That's it for me. Thank you so much for listening and paying attention. I now give the floor back to Ms. Rose and Ms. Paula.
Thank you so much, Ms. Rhea, for sharing a comprehensive presentation on the benefits of franchising and analyzing the salient points of a good franchise opportunity. For our participants, join us later in the Q&A portion. We're encouraging you to send in your questions in the Q&A tab located at the lower portion of your screen. Moving on to our franchise brand presenters. Our first brand is a company that offers a franchise matching services that helps you to be your own boss and start your own franchise business. And now to tell us more on these various franchise business opportunities, let us all welcome the marketing manager of U Franchise Sales and Management, Isabel Catcher Manuel.
Hi, Paula. Hello, good afternoon. Am I clear with everyone?
Yes, Miss
I
Vel.
hope. Perfect. So again, good afternoon to all our participants, and it's really an exciting day. I hope that the first talks have been very insightful for all of you. So I'm Vel again, the marketing manager of the franchise sales and management, and I'm here to present to you the top franchise brands that are on the upswing this time. So I hope it's on the screen now, or should I be sharing my screen as well? Okay. Okay. Perfect. Thank you very much. So just to quickly introduce our company, Franchise is a franchise sales company that helps aspiring franchisees be matched with the right franchise brand to invest in. So currently, we have over 200 plus brands to match you with. And also, we offer our franchise matching consultation for free. And we also have a premium service na in case na you are looking for a location na lang, you're ready to go, you just need help with your location, we can also help you with that just to fast track your application. So for our brands, we see that the strength of essential business concepts will continue to grow. So this is how we select the brands that I'll be presenting today. So some of our brands also, partner brands, will be presenting here today. So hindi ko na sila isasama. But for other options, I will be presenting here to you some of our brands that caters to the essential needs of customers and a quick information of their franchise capital investment. Okay, so let's start with our first brand, Shawarma Shack. It is a very simple on-the-go snack shawarma, the pioneer of the buy one take one shawarma, and now they are also delivering with their own internal system. So it's very crisis proof at the time because it's food, and now they also cater through deliveries with their own delivery system. The franchise starts at 850,000 pesos. The next is Angel's Pizza. Over 80% of their transactions were delivery and takeout even before ECQ happened. So they are aggressively expanding to reach more territory. So if you don't have an Angel's Pizza franchise or store yet near your place, that definitely is a very hot spot for them. So franchise starts at 10.5 million. Next, sorry, I skipped. So let's go to the second brand. It's Chatime. Chatime is one of the top brands of milk tea here in the Philippines, and even prior to ECQ, milk tea has been a top item at every delivery apps, and it continues to be one until now. So Chatime is also looking for more outside mall locations to reach more territories through deliveries. So if you're very interested with Chatime franchise, their franchise starts at 4 million. Next is Sugar Panda, another milk tea brand. It's an affordable milk tea concept with branches already nationwide, and because they have a bounce back promo for aspiring franchisees, which um, which is 399 turnkey franchise promo. So it's now up for grabs. Next is a very essential business, an essential need product. It's H2O Mineral Plus. It's an alkaline water refilling brand from Singapore. So because it's from Singapore, the system is very compact. So it can cater to very small spaces, even starting at 7 square meters. So imagine that, a full water refilling station business, but you're just using a 70 square meters. So franchise starts at 500,000. 400,000 rather. Last is LTNG micro lending. So what micro lending all about is it is for small businesses like sari-sari store or market vendors that wants to loan, but they have very few options because they cannot go to the bank. So micro lending like LTNG helps them with faster application and approval when it comes to business loans. So LTNG LTNG's main target are essential businesses that continue to operate even in quarantine. So as we interviewed the owner, talagang hindi sila affected, no, even when doors are shut down, because they continue to support these essential businesses that every individual needs. So it allowed them to be able to continue to collect and operate even in ECQ. So it's a very interesting business. So if you're looking for a unique one that has proven success already, my LTNG microlending is a really good concept to look at. So the franchise starts at 2.5 million. So I know it's been fast, but these are just the brands that I have for you for today. But as I've mentioned, we have over 200 plus brands that we can introduce you with. So please let us help you find the right franchise for you. We can give you our free one-on-one franchise consultation with our franchise consultants. So if you would like for us to contact you, please drop your name, your email address, and brand interest at the chat box, or you can also PM me using the chat function of this webinar platform. So you may also contact us at the details shared in your screen right now. Okay, so that's for you, franchise. Again, I'm Vel, will be very happy to assist you in helping you kickstart your franchise journey. Marami pong salamat.
Thank you, Miss Vel. Okay, moving
Ma'am.
forward with our program, our second presenter will discuss about a brand that has over 7 years of experience in the retailing industry. They offer affordable products such as to-go food, canned goods, beverages, frozen goods, and other home essentials. To tell us more about it, let us all welcome the General Manager of Easy Day Shop, Miss Ida Guzman.
Okay. Magandang easy day to everyone. And maybe just to share a few other filters that you can use when people look for franchise options. One would be look for a business that you're interested in. If you do something that you're interested in, then it's easy to be motivated and responsible and to really invest your time to make the business grow. Second, you also should look for a franchise concept that's sustainable and relevant. It should be something that's not just a trend, and it should be a business that should have steady customers and market demand, given that you're looking at a 5-year contract. Third filter that you can look at would be your franchisor's track record, the support that they can give in terms of sharing their experience and expertise to you as a franchisee, given that this is a partnership. So I am Ida Guzman from Easy Day Shop. That's our brand name, and our company name is Ascenso Pinoy Stores Inc. Next slide, please. Okay. So that's our store. The name of our store is Easy Day Shop. It is a neighborhood grocery concept or a proximity store. We've been around for 7 years, and on the screen was our first store in San Andres, Manila. Our mother company is Swising Commercial, which has over close to 75 years of experience as a wholesaler and grocery distributor. And what we have proven and seen given the pandemic is that Easy Day Shop is a COVID survivor, and it is a negosyo that is pangmatagalan, because while other stores had disruptions in terms of their operations, Easy Day Shop was business as usual. So one of the things also that we pride ourselves in Easy Day Shop is that if you get our acronym of EDS, we would like to pride ourselves that we are letter E, energetic, D, dedicated, and then S, service oriented. Next slide, please. One of the things that we had to do when COVID-19 came in was to make sure that our store, our staff, and our customers were safe. So here are some pictures of how we adapted to the pandemic. Next slide. Okay. We would like to think of Easy Day Shop as a 3-in-1 package. We are a neighborhood grocery store. We offer more assortment than a convenience store and better pricing, but we are smaller than a supermarket, which means that we are ideal for top up and fill in shopping, or for those items or essentials that you sort of like biglang kukulangin in between paydays or dahil may bisita. Okay? In addition to being a neighborhood grocery store, we have also added um, into our products and services through a tie-up with EasyPay. In our stores, we have bills payment, loads, and recently we have also added remittance services. In line with the new normal, we also have introduced online ordering, delivery service. We have a tie-up with Food Panda, and also available in our stores will be cashless and digital payment options. Next slide, please. Okay. Now, if you look at what does the Easy Day Shop franchise retail partnership can offer to you, is that when you have a store, what's important there is you have distribution and logistics, supply, continuous supply of your products. And because our mother company, Swissing, we are able to get regular delivery 6 days a week. You can order and deliver 6 days a week for items that we get from Swissing. And for direct to store products, there would be like a schedule for them to service your stores. To support also the business is that we have a system, replenishment system, an auto replenishment system using SAP, so that we can manage your inventory and reduce the risk of stock outs and overstock. And also from Swissing or also from EasyDay, you can get your orders either by break case or full case. In terms also of assortment of items for your store, you will be able to avail of support from our head office merchandising team. We have a set of buyers who will look for products and services that we should add into the store. And then in terms of marketing, so that we can build the brand and then differentiate and build recall in the market, we also have a year-long promotions calendar, and we also have a customer loyalty program. And just like any franchise, there will have to be continuing services, and franchises will be supported by EDS help desk and store visits. Next slide, please. Okay. Highlights of our package. Investment starts at 3 million. Our franchise fee is 250,000 and it's good for 5 years. Royalty and continuing services charges from the monthly basis is 1.25% of your gross sales. System-wide advertising is 0.5% of gross sales, and then a cash bond also of 200,000. We're looking at store space that would be at least 100 square meters, and our ROI would be within a 3 to 4 year period. Okay. So that is Easy Day Shop, and we look forward to having you visit our stores and knowing more about our franchise package. Maraming salamat and magandang Easy Day again.
Thank you, Ms. Ida. Let us now proceed to hearing our valued partners. Our first partner presenter is from the Bank of the Philippine Islands. May we hear from the Product Officer of BPI, Mr. Vince Joseph Dizon.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having us today. I'll just share my screen. There you go. Is it working? Can everyone see my screen? Hopefully it's working.
Yes, Sir Vince. We can
There
see
you go. Yeah, all right. Hi. So business franchise financing from BPI. Again, my name is Vince Dizon. I'm the product officer for BFF. So what is BFF? Essentially, it's a term loan facility exclusively offered to existing franchisees of Philippine Franchise Association. Essentially, you can use this to support your expansion and growth plans. And also, you can use this to finance your acquisition of another franchise. Also, if you have working capital or gapping requirements, you can use this loan. So what are the advantages of this product? Essentially, what's nice with BFF is First, it's clean. There's no need for collateral up to a certain amount, actually 3 million. And then it's also simple because compared to the standard programs, there's less documentation required. Also, it has a faster turnaround time than our standard. And we're offering this exclusively to PFA members, actually to the franchisees of PFA members. Then if an option for you would be a grace period also of 3 months. So for the first 3 months, actually, po, you can only pay the interest lang without the principal. And then succeeding would be your monthly amortization. So just a rundown of the offer. Again, we are offering this to existing franchisees of PFA member brands. Again, it's a term loan facility. The purpose would be to partially finance acquisition of your franchise, of your next, second, or third franchise, or for your working capital requirement, or for expansion needs, you can also use this. The tenor is up to 3 years, so you can go for 1, 2, or 3 years po. In terms of amount, we start at 300,000 up to 15 million. For security, as mentioned earlier, we can do clean or no collateral needed. But if you want, you can also go with secured or with security of a real estate. This way, potentially, you can have a lower rate po. As for mode of payment, again, as mentioned earlier, we can do a grace period of 3 months, meaning interest only, and equal monthly amortization will begin on the 4th month. Now, in terms of collection, we'll do it via automatic debit arrangement. For other conditions, essentially, you will be subjected to our standard credit evaluation, and you will need to open a BPI deposit account. For prepayment fee, it's 5% of the outstanding balance. Now, for documentary requirements, feel free to take a screenshot po. But essentially, we'll require just some IDs and your business documents. For example, for sole proprietors or for individuals, we'll require your DTI registration. And then for your income docs as well, we will be requiring some of your ITR, or for corporates, we'll need your AFS or your audited financial statements in the last 3 years. And then also some 3 months non-BPI bank statement, if possible. So again, very short lang, but I'll be able to answer your questions if you have later. But here are contact details. Please also take a screenshot if you need. So you can call us in our Metro Manila hotlines or outside of Metro Manila as well. Then if you want to email us, you can email us at bbclientservices@bpi.com.ph. And if you want to set an appointment, you can take a screenshot or scan the QR code on the right side. And then you will be directed to a sign up page where you can set an appointment, and then we'll contact you from there. So again, thank you, and good afternoon, everyone.
All right. Thank you, Sir Vince, for that wonderful presentation. Now let's go back to our franchise presenters. Our third brand has over 25 years in the food industry. Through the years, this brand has garnered numerous awards, mostly recognizing its excellent business model and well-loved brand. From its humble beginnings as a small cart, now it has grown into inline stores. Dubbed as the world's best flavored fries, let us all welcome the local operations head of Potato Corner, Miss Isay Mastrile. Hi, Ma'am
Hi.
Isay.
Good afternoon, everyone. So thank you for having Potato Corner to present the franchise opportunities awaits them. Okay, so let me share my screen. There, can you all see the screen now?
Yes, Miss Isay.
Yeah, again. So again, I'm Isay Mastrile. I'm the head of the local store operation. So allow me to share with you who Potato Corner is and the business opportunity awaits you. Okay, so let me start with who Potato Corner is. So as mentioned by Ms. Rose, Potato Corner is dubbed as the world's best flavored fries. And we are dominant in food kiosk industry with over 1,100 stores in the Philippines and a global presence in over 11 countries. So that's around like more than 200 stores outside the Philippines. Okay, Potato Corner has received numerous awards like recognition from Philippine Franchise Association. We are a Hall of Fame awardee and has been given Global Filipino Franchise Award. In fact, this year we received three different awards from different organizations. First is from QSR Media Asia. We are awarded as the Squad of the Year. Second, just recently from ASEAN Business Awards, we received excellence from our growth outside the Philippines. Okay, and then lastly, also recently, we are awarded by DTI for having an excellent service in the franchising sector. So, and currently we have an over of 500 franchises in the Philippines and outside the Philippines. Okay, so despite the pandemic this year, we were able to open almost 100 stores locally and more than 20 stores globally. So that means to say that our franchisees and the new franchisees have seen a potential to still expand despite of the pandemic. Okay. And then to adapt to the new normal and to open more opportunities and accessible and be accessible to new aspirant entrepreneurs, we pivoted our business models so that we can offer more opportunities. First is to be a franchisee of a physical store. Okay, so we have a different franchise package in which this year we waive the franchise fee, meaning we are offering zero franchise fee, which you can save as much as 150,000 pesos. And not only that, we have also waived the royalty fees for the year. And to answer or to be accessible to the new franchisees, we were able to introduce a new package which we called the turnkey package or the starter kit, amounting to 95,000 pesos. So Potato Corner franchise opportunity starts at 95,000. So that is available for new franchisees whom they wanted to test their location for viability. Okay. And then another business model is to be part of our Special Forces Army. In fact, when you become our franchisee, you have an access to sell our frozen bundles and other different products under Potato Corner or other brands of Potato Corner from the comfort of your homes. So currently, our franchisees are doing two business opportunities with us. One is the physical store, and another one is selling from their homes to be accessible to the community where the business is really good nowadays. So it's like a community-based selling. So we give opportunities and rights to our franchisees to be a home seller of the frozen bundles and other products of Potato Corner. So because of the the performance of the stores now, like especially in the malls, this has limited the sales potential of our stores. So that's why we opened this opportunity. In fact, we just offered this opportunity this year or when the pandemic started. Okay. So to help you with your journey with Potato Corner, we have a very strong franchise support in terms of like leasing and site assessment assistance. And now during pandemic, we were able to give assistance also to our franchises in the rental concession negotiation with our lessors. Under human capital, we have a standard training that we are providing to our franchisees and to the crew, not only on the start of their business with Potato Corner, but it is a continuous training opportunities for franchisees and store crew. Okay, for under marketing, we provide support in the store opening and even to the local store marketing that is needed in your store. And we have a regular national campaigns and promotions. We have a calendar of activities in a yearly basis. For operations, we have a pool or a set of area managers who will be helping you hand in hand in the opening and even during the operations of your Potato Corner store. We also conduct quarterly business reviews, and then we also have rewards and recognition program for franchisees. And this is a new initiative, a year ago only. We have introduced a franchise academy and convention for our franchisees. Franchise Academy intends to support our franchisees and improve their business acumen skills. Okay, for the new products, we have a group who's helping us to develop and even come up with products that will really complement with fries and with high gross profit margins. Okay, so currently also another support that we are extending to our franchisees, as mentioned a while ago, we have waived the royalty fees for our franchisees this year. And we have a regular town hall meeting with franchisees with our CEO, none other than the Chairman Emeritus of Potato Corner, Sir Joe Magsaysay, wherein we hear and we learn we hear the franchisees' concerns, and at the same time, we learn also from all the sharings and the coaching of our Chairman Emeritus. So why partner with Potato Corner? First, we are already like 20 years this year in the industry, and we have a very successful franchise business model. Number two, we have a very easy and simple store concept. And then number three, we have an option for aspiring entrepreneurs to be a franchisee or even a home seller. So we have two business opportunities when you join as franchisee of Potato Corner. So that's all for Potato Corner. I hope to hear from you, and we'll be happy to assist you with your aspiration to become a franchisee of Potato Corner. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you, Ms. Isay. Our next brand has over 20 years of experience in the outsourced payment collection industry. From over-the-counter payment collection service provider, it has evolved to be a multi-channel platform. Let us all welcome the Territory Manager for Laguna, Batangas, and Mimaropa of Bayad Center, Mr. Marvin Cabote.
All right, good afternoon, guys. I'm sorry about my video. No, my internet is very slow, so I decided to turn it off. Right. So first, we would like to thank you guys for inviting us here today to be part of this event. No, before I proceed to my presentation, I would like to introduce myself.
Yes,
My
maganda
name.
day.
Sorry.
Yung sa may, sa Malabon, usually Malabon, doon sa may Gaston.
Okay.
Go ahead, Sir Marvin.
O yung tindahan namin doon. Oh,
I
may
heard
tindahan
something.
doon.
Ano eh.
Saan niya doon, ma'am?
Oh,
Kaya mo rin.
Okay, there you go, sir.
All right, sige. So before I proceed to my presentation, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Marvin Cabote. I am the Territory Manager of South Luzon area from Laguna, Batangas, Quezon Province, and some part of Mimaropa. With me is Mr. Jason Marquez, our South Luzon area head. No? Okay, next slide, please. Yeah. To give you an idea about Bayad Center, I will show you on your screen the history of Bayad Center. I know some of you are familiar with Bayad Center because we are the pioneer and number one when it comes to bills payment collection industry. BioCenter was originally known as Payment Collection Service, a division of Corporate Information Solution Incorporated, established in May 1997. And then year 2006, BioCenter spun off from CIS to become CIS BioCenter Incorporated, or CBCI. A year later, as a part of its mission to be present in every possible neighborhood, the country, BioCenters transitioned to franchising organization. So dyan na po kami nag-start magkaroon ng mga partners or mga franchises. Next slide, please. Yeah. So what are the different services offered by Bayad Center, no? First, we have the bills payment with more than 250 types of bills accepted in the countries. The insurance, the Bayad Center offers several types of insurance policies which provides protection to our customers. And then we also have the prepaid loading. Bayad Center offers the reloading for mobile accounts, and then the airline ticketing. This is Bayad Center service provided to the customer who don't want to hassle themselves in booking on either online or ticketing offices of various airlines. And then the loan payout, Bayad Center offer this service to customer in partnership with lending companies. And then we also do have the ATM withdrawal. This service was designed to cater the convenience of the customer who want to withdraw their cash over the counter at the nearest Bayad Center in their area. And then we also have the remittance. Bayad Center offers remittance services to our kababayans in the Philippines and abroad. And then the hospital reimbursement, it is designed to suit the needs of middle to low income individuals. This product offers reimbursement of all medical expenses. Next slide, please. Yan. So what are the Bayad Center propositions? No? We proudly provide the public of worry-free payment collection service for organization in the different sectors. Of course, we are the top-of-mind payment collection partnered by major institutions across such as utilities, government, cable, internet and telephone, credit cards, insurance, and many others. Next slide, please. Yan. Also, we're serving 1,900 plus biller brands. So makikita po natin dyan yung government, water utilities, electric, internet cable, even schools. May mga partner kami mga schools, financial, travel, and others po. Next, please. Yan, yung physical touch points sa Bayad Center, we also have the 700 plus owned franchise stores. Yun yung mga partner namin nationwide from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. And then we also have the corporate partners. Kung familiar kayo with USSC, LBC, Raquel Pawn Shop. So yan, sa partner din po siya ni Bayad Center. And then the collecting agents, 5,000 plus na yan, like yung mga sari-sari stores. And then the payment machines na naka-deploy along SLEX and then yung sa mga Mercury Drug. So yan po yung mga touch points namin. Next slide please. So what are the different types of Bayad Center franchise models? Yan. So makikita natin yung mga branded stores, yung mga full store wide, the full store narrow, yung booth. And then meron kami mga cooperative and then rural banks. So yun mga sample po namin. Next. Yan. So franchise package offer. Before kasi talagang kilala natin si Bayad Center sa isa pinakamahal na na franchise fee. But now, because of new normal pandemic, so nagkaroon kami ng mababang offer, which is pag inside Metro Manila, 50,000 lang yung babayaran nating franchisee with initial pre-funds of 200,000. And then pag outside Metro Manila, 35,000 lang with initial pre-fund of 100,000. So required square meter natin at least 2 square meter for the much better if you have an existing business. And then better, pwede kami dun pumartner sa mga may travel and tours, pawn shop, grocery, pharmacy, and cooperatives. So it is a 3 years contract po. Next, please. Yan. So franchise package service fee, just to give you an idea about the service fee, no? Naglalaro yung bills payment natin to 3 to 4 pesos per transactions po tayo. And then for the remittance domestic, yan, naglalaro po tayo sa mga 5% of transaction, depends on the amount. And then the money remittance for the international, 30 pesos po per transaction. So pag nag-two-way ka, so it's 60 pesos per transactions po. So yan, makikita nyo naman po yun sa screen ninyo. Alright, next. So partner value propositions. Of course, additional revenue stream, and then immediate access to all builder brands, value-added service to existing customers, foot traffic builder. Siyempre, pag may mga existing business na kayo, through Bayad Center, magiging one-stop shop na kayo. So they can pay their bills. At the same time, pwede rin silang bumili ng mga products natin. So yun po yung advantage pag merong Bayad Center yung store natin. Next. Yun, for those who are interested with Bayad Center, so you can contact me. This is my email address and then my cell phone number. Also, you can contact Leroy Cruz under franchising@bayadcenter.com. Thank you guys. I hope you guys learned something about my presentation and have a good day. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Sir Marvin, for that presentation. Now, let's proceed um, on hearing from our another esteemed partner from PLDT Enterprise. May we have on screen the head for Visayas, the small and medium business, Miss Jinky Francisco. Ma'am Jinky.
Good afternoon, everyone. And if there are some people tuning in from Visayas and Mindanao, may hapon, kaninyo tanan. Okay, PLDT here would be sharing to you things that can help you establish business with all the opportunities presented earlier. So on my next slide, we can see here what we call the new normal. But after 9 months, I think it's more fitted to say it's now normal. So we're now more accustomed now doing digital transaction. It has become a second nature to everyone. So we are more engaged now to a digital store, either for business, transaction, or operations, or even on our personal needs. So from searching the net and even on ordering and doing our online payment transaction up to delivery. So for all those who are planning to build a business or building one, I hope we can be your partner to make it happen. So on my next slide, we can actually see here our services, particularly for MSME. So for every digital journey, it's the basic that we should have a strong and reliable connectivity. But it's very important also to note that just like what Ms. Cheryl said earlier, when you're looking up and putting up a business, it's nice to know also the locations and the connectivity present in the area for us to be able to serve you well and know about the requirement of the business. So actually you can see the screen from the wireless up to the wired or what we call the fiber connectivity. And to date, we have actually the longest fiber footprints in the country, more than 422,000 kilometers footprints, and we continue to do so. So recently, we just launched what we call a stimulus program. You can see there what we call Beyond Fiber. This is exactly what an MSME need or any jumpstart to a business. It's a combination already of a landline service, a business grade internet connectivity, and also a business grade router, just to make sure that we have all in one package that we can help you start with a business. On my next slide, you will also see curated business solutions. Now, this is very, very important in the new normal. First and foremost, obviously, is you need to have your business be very visible in the social media platform. That will give you more mileage and wider reach. Naturally, also, we would like and we would be able to enable you to set up your ordering tools up to the fulfillment or even being partners with your delivery partners. Third, again, very important is the online transaction or payment platform. And our very own Paymaya would be able to help you with that. In fact, no less than our Governor of Central Bank, Benjamin Jokno, is really promoting a cashless society for everybody. Next is also as we begin to collaborate, we become very, very accustomed already doing this virtual webinar or virtual engagement, either for your suppliers or client as well. We are partner with Microsoft for the Microsoft Teams and also Cisco WebEx in order for you to have a regular coordination with your partners. And of course, the very basic is the broadband connectivity that will actually set the first requirement in putting up your business. On my next slide, actually you can see a QR code. Again, I've mentioned earlier, it's very important for us to have a consultative way of knowing your business model, your business plan. Is it going to be a standalone or a multi-sites? What is your plan 6 months down the road? By scanning the QR code there, we will make sure someone will get in touch with you, check with you, even the location, we can check it for you if it's feasible or not, or if it's feasible for wireless, if it's feasible for wired. Again, it's not only important to know if there's a foot traffic, it's very, very vital right now to know the internet connectivity present in the area. And next is also, you can see there our websites for our other services. So please do scan that one. And we would love to hear your plans. We would like to be a partner to you. And we would like to be part of the progress. Sabi nga ni Miss Ida kanina, it's nice to hear that businesses are COVID survivor. So with that, to wrap up, PLDT continue to salute the entrepreneurs out there. And especially at this time of pandemic, we really salute you for being resilient. And let's all step into a new day. In closing, let's all step in a new day because indeed, every day is a blessing of a new day. From PLDT, may you all have a peaceful Christmas, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jinky, no, for that very kind and warm presentation. Our last but definitely not the least, our last presenter this afternoon is a homegrown milk tea and coffee chain established in Cabanatuan City. Their main menu features specialties like coffee, milk tea concoctions, and Filipino fusion cuisines. To date, it has now over 12 cafes all over the Philippines. Let us now give our warmest welcome to the franchise officer of Cafe Lati, Mr. Gillian Mark Bonifacio.
Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, Sir Mark.
Okay, thank you. I'm Mark Gillian Bonifacio from Café. So I'll be presenting today our brand. Next slide, please. So first, what is Café? So Café is a fast rising coffee and milk tea company from the city of Cabanatuan. So we've our company was established way back 2012. So the one who started our company were four women. So they were sisters, cousins, and friends, namely Neng, Rona, Shara, and Happy. So we started lang naman ng Café just to keep it short. So before here kasi sa Cabanatuan, walang masyadong cafes, very limited. So they were inspired by the travels na they want to open a coffee shop. So after work, meron silang pupuntahan, meron silang tatambayan. Then things started going up from that point. So next slide, please. So I'll be discussing the franchise package for Cafe Latte. So the franchise fee are good for 5 years, and the inclusions are the use of the brand, Cafe Latte brand, the logo, and the system, site procurement assistance. So if you have if may idea ka na if you have a location in mind, we can help you assess, we can help you study the foot traffic, ano ba yung target market sa area na to, and we'll assist you in assessing it kung viable ba siya mag-open ng cafe or anong klaseng store yung i-open mo. Might be a cart, full beverage cart, or a full service resto. So the cart and store design and fabrication, initial recruitment of staff and training, opening support. So we also have a operations manual which we will be sharing with our potential franchisees so they can learn the system the ins and outs of the system. So pagdating sa operations manual, we're very meticulous sa mga franchisees namin because we want them to learn the from top to bottom ng how to run the business. And then research and development. So every season we try to release different products na mga seasonal products so we can keep up with the trend of the current and then yung research and development na rin na yan, it includes yung mga projects na nagawa namin na i-incorporate namin during the pandemic. And new menu and beverage offering, HR, legal and finance consultation, continuous training and service and mentoring, graphic design for marketing and brand advertisement. Next slide, please. So, what are the inclusions? So marketing support, we will help you for your grand opening. So whether you like na mag soft opening muna just to test the waters, and then mag grand opening ka later on, we'll be helping you throughout the process. And hanggang after nung opening, continuous pa rin support. Local and national marketing. So local and national marketing, we give our franchisees their own official Facebook page, so they can market on their own way. So may system, may process lang on how it gets approved. So for example, there's a local holiday in Pangasinan. So request lang sila, can we do this po? Then we'll review it para tapos magsasuggest kami, why don't you try it in your local dialect to para mas broad yung magiging market mo kasi since nga Pangasinan may local dialect sila, it can reach a lot more people then. So for the national marketing naman, meron din kaming official Facebook page na which pag nag-post kami doon ng official na post, it also gets posted on the different Facebook pages of the different franchisees. Reopening support, license to use name, trademark, and logo. So yun yan, sabi naman, as I've said earlier, it comes with the franchise fee. So initial business guidance. So umpisa pa lang, we'll be guiding you through your finances, how can you handle it. So what are the best ways to market your brand, or market the brand? What are the best ways to reach your targets? Site selection and evaluation. So very important yan sa pagdating sa mga multi-shop. Very important yan in any business. So we always conduct a study of the different foot traffic of on the different places of a city or a potential area. Kasi tinitingnan din namin yung kung what will be the most viable option for you to open. So for example, in this location, mga foot traffic lang, pero walang masyadong parking kasi it's a very crowded area. We'll suggest na you rather open na lang a beverage court or a multi-cart since yung area na yun, hindi naman masyadong nahihintuan ng tao. It's a fast foot traffic area. Comprehensive business operations training. So, ayun nga, we're very meticulous pagdating sa training ng mga franchisees namin. If we're looking for franchisees na yung very dedicated, hindi lang yung gusto ko ng business, I want that. We're looking for someone who wants to grow along with our brand, the ones who focuses na to enriching it and to make it better. Continuing support. So we do regular field visits. So we have a quarterly visit. So we can make quarterly reports. So pero quarterly na yun, in one quarter, we visit of a branch for like once a month. We visit once a month para makita rin yung operations and makita if yung service ba is ganun pa rin, the quality of food, the quality of the milk tea, the quality of the product. New promos, products, and service orientation. So we regularly release new products then para hindi lang stagnant yung menu. We try to shift it up. We try to shake it up para iba-iba rin siya para hindi lang puro ganito, hindi lang puro ganyan. Pero we keep naman yung yung mga bestsellers. So para hindi rin maano rin. Kasi ibang tao, same lang, they look for the same kind of food every time they visit. Next slide, please. So, why franchise our brand? So we have a professional franchise design. It was designed for us, and then tried and tested business model, efficient multimedia marketing strategy, reliable supply chain, classy retro modern interiors, expansive menu, flexible price margin, competitive training. And this one, I'd like to highlight this. So, during this pandemic, we set up an online store para hindi rin masyado kasing mahirap for our customers then. What we did was, kasi nag-start yung problem, our franchisees in our branches, our Facebook pages, were blowing up with messages. Parang sobrang hirap i-manage kasi may we get a lot of message on Facebook. We also get a lot of messages on via text, and at the same time may tumatawag din. So nag-set up kami online store just to para mas mapadali yung flow ng ordering system. So that's one of the innovations we did during the pandemic. It's integrated into our system. So when you franchise Ka-Filati, you'll also be getting our online store. Next slide. Or tapos na. I think it's this the last slide. So thank you. Kindly, if for franchise inquiries, kindly contact us or contact me at franchise@kafilati.ph. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Mark, and I hope our participants have already decided on what franchise they would like to invest in. So there you have it, our presenters this afternoon. Let us now proceed to the question and answer portion. Now, let's see the questions from our participants. All right.
Yes, Ms. Rose, please proceed with the question with Ms. Rhea, please.
Sorry.
Question with Ms. Rhea from our FB.
All right, Miss Rhea. Okay, actually, he has two questions, no? The question came from Mr. Al Marcus Aurelius Galang, our FB live viewer. Let me read the first question, Miss Rhea. What if someone wants a franchisee outlet along the same customer traffic of an existing franchisee outlet? This can dilute the first franchisee's revenue stream competing with a similar franchise. Ayan. So, and then, would you like me to read question number 2 muna, Ms. Rhea? Alright. If the franchisor falls short or commits an infraction, what is the penalty for the franchisor and remedy for the franchisee and vice versa?
Okay. So the first question is regarding territorial restrictions. Tama, Ms. Rose?
Yes.
Yes,
So
Ms. Rhea.
in the contract, usually nakalagay yung the territorial restriction, like kung ilang population dapat na wherein feasible ang isang franchise unit, or it could also be a distance metric So whichever the case, ilapit mo sa franchisor mo kung papasok pa ba dun sa criteria na nilagay dun sa franchise agreement, if ever maglalagay siya ng isa pang franchise unit. So for example, the contract says that one franchise is feasible for 50,000 population. So verify with your franchisor if that criteria is met upon yung introducing a new franchisee. So yun po. For the next question, sorry, can you repeat yung next question about mga failure, ganyan?
Yes, okay. According to him, if the franchisor falls short or commits infraction
Mhm.
can cause additional cost kanya expenses. What is the penalty for the franchisor and remedy for the franchisee and vice versa?
I think, Miss
Okay, so
Rhea,
as
this has something to do with franchise agreement. So, what if the
oo.
franchisor fails to comply with what's stipulated in the franchise agreement? What can the franchisee do about it?
Oo. So kung usually sa franchise agreement meron namang mga stipulations diyan or clauses regarding defaults and under the default clause merong mga categories wherein an offense would fall as grounds for default. So check your franchise agreement kung ano yung mga grounds for defaults. As far as remedies or penalties are concerned, that would greatly vary depending on the brand, depending on the franchisor. So again, it all boils down to ensuring that you've read and understood your franchise agreement. So yun, basahin nyo especially yung defaults clause, ano yung mga conditions or ano yung mga offenses that could fall as grounds for termination or default ng agreement. And the penalties will vary depending on it varies widely depende sa franchise brand.
And with that, on that note, it is very important not to invest really with the brands what na member ng franchise organization. So PFS1, you can visit our website at www.pfa.org.ph for those who are interested to see our members list. So you can see their details, all the fees, and then who to contact you. So let's now
So,
go. Go
yeah, if
ahead.
I may just add, no, Paula, it's important talaga, di ba? Part of the recommendation I made a while ago is to know your franchisor. So dito yon pumapasok. Kung, hold on. Sorry for that. So if the franchisor is somebody na kasundo mo, has the same values as you, then you won't have that much problem with defaults or offenses kasi magkasundo kayo, you have the same values. So kung sa unang meeting nyo pa lang with the franchisor, medyo hindi mo na gusto yung baga, yung asta niya, yung aura niya, ganyan. So listen to that gut feel kasi baka hindi mo talaga siya makasundo later on.
Yes, Miss Rhea, getting into franchise is really like a marriage, no? So really be careful with who on what brand you're choosing to and what's their background or who their team are. So let's now
Yes.
go to different our presenters. Now this is a generic question. So given that it is pandemic and mahirap ngayon ang magpa-appoint sa offices, ang question ni Ms. Jo Bradley, Jeff Aguy from Facebook, no? As a potential franchisee, is there a way to talk to the franchisors for them to know on the performance and the other aspects, no, of your packages? Yes, Miss Ida. If there's a potential franchisee that wants to talk to you, how they can reach out to you, ma'am? Is it over Zoom or you conduct online?
We can
Online
do Zoom, we can do Teams, we can do Viber. I will adjust. No problem. I can even go to the site. Okay lang.
Miss Lisa from Potato Corner.
Hi, yeah, thanks for that, Paula. I cannot share lang my video, but I'll answer the question. So, yeah, we do an online franchise grant and even interview. So once they send their intent to franchise, we'll send them the list of requirements and other documents needed, and then we'll schedule an interview through Zoom or even Google Hangout. So everything now is in like virtual meeting. But if they prefer to meet us like face to face, we have to schedule it. We are already back in our office, so we can schedule a meeting. We just have to follow some safety protocols to do the face to face meeting.
Mr. Gillian of Cafe Lati.
Hello, I can share my video right now. I'm having connection problems then kasi. So I'll answer the question na lang. What was the question? I'm sorry.
The question is, if there's a potential franchisee, how is there a way? How can they reach out to you? So, is it via Zoom or online appointment? How long does it take?
Yeah. So we're flexible naman din pagdating sa mga potential franchisees. So we can adjust. Let's just like Miss Ida. So we can take it through Viber, through Zoom, through mobile call, and then pwede rin naman mag-set up ng on-site meeting if possible.
Thank you for that, Mr. Mark. How about Mr. Jason of Bayad Center?
For Bayad Center, you could reach out to the posted numbers by Marvin, or you could reach me at 0998-962-6650, or email us at franchising@bayadcenter.com. With regard to the appointments, we could set online meetings. Either, yun nga, sabi ni Miss Ida, we could adjust. We could have it done via Viber, Teams meeting, or even on a messenger. Any platforms that would be easy for our potential partners. Thank you.
And Miss Vel from You Franchise.
Yeah. Okay. So for You Franchise, it's very easy to get in touch with us. You can okay. It's very easy to get in touch with us. You can go to our website, www.ufranchiseasia.com. There's a question at the chat box right now wherein he wants to see a list of brands. So you can check our website po. I will also type it in the chat box. So you can visit our brands, and ganun din, just like how they answered, we still do one-on-one meetings, but for your safety preferences, we can also do it via Zoom or via Viber. So we're very flexible. Thank you.
What else? Let's go now to our partners. No, for PLDT. At minimum, what technology or business solutions would you would you recommend for a small franchisee or small business owner to integrate their operations, especially in today's business landscape, where they can start? Ms.
Well, you can
Jinky?
always, yeah, hi. Thank you for that question. They can always check the one I've mentioned earlier, the very basic, which has the landline, the internet connectivity, and Wi-Fi router. Of course, again, the QR code that I also showed earlier would help a lot for us to know about their plans. It's very important to know if it's going to be standalone or are they looking for a multi-branch. So again, it really depends. But the very basic would be, of course, for a standalone is the one I showed earlier, the Beyond Fiber. It has a 50 Mbps, and it already has a business grade connectivity and a landline and a router. And just to add lang Paula, no, until the end of the year, we actually offer our stimulus, meaning anyone who would avail of that would actually enjoy a 3 months free of monthly charges starting January, starting the time that they'll get installed up to 3 months. That's our support to all MSME out there.
Just a follow-up question for Miss Jinky. How about for those with existing plans already? They upgrade with that service, ma'am?
Okay. For all those so existing lines, again, for business, we only allow this for startups. Okay, for the new business. But for the existing ones, we can also check on your existing lines. That's why for your safety, again, just like what others have mentioned, scan the QR code, and we'll make sure someone will get in touch with you.
All right. Thank you, Miss Jinky.
Thank you.
Now, for our um, uh, BPI presenter, this is the question. Um, for those aspiring franchisees, can you share with us your existing loan programs that they can avail? Yeah, answer Vince.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Actually, for new franchisees or for those that would like to open their first business or new business, we're still open. We're definitely welcoming you to apply also in this program. You can just contact us in our in the hotlines kanina that shared no on screen. The program might be just a little bit different than what I just discussed kanina for business franchise financing kasi it's for existing pero essentially it's the same. Pwede rin, you can borrow for term loan also, and baka lang may requirements, for example, they might be required some collateral. Pero we have also we have off the shelf programs or for new businesses or new clients. Yun, we can definitely accept your application. Just reach out to us and let us know where you are in your business, and we'll do our assessment from there.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Vince. All right. Now let me go back to our speaker, Miss Rhea. Um, question is, we have seen on social media that there are offers of co-ownership programs where a passive investor will pitch in a money together with other franchisees for a franchised outlet that will be operated by the franchisor. What's your take on this program, Ms. Rhea?
Linawin ko lang so may mga passive investors na gustong makipag-join sa pag-operate ng isang franchise unit, tama po ba?
Mhm.
Okay. So, I don't see anything wrong with that. Kung kayo man yung magiging partner ng isang passive investor, tapos kunwari dalawa kayo, yung isa passive tapos ikaw yung isa pang investor. So possibly on your end, the expectation is ikaw yung mag-ooperate nung store. So be prepared to do the active legwork. So kumbaga, ikaw talaga yung magpapaandar ng tindahan. Meron ka lang ka-share kumbaga sa investment. Sa part naman ng franchisor, itatanong niya possibly kung ano yung magiging role ng passive investor. Kasi if the passive investor will be shelling out more than half of the total investment, so ibig sabihin, yung decision making power nandun kay passive investor kasi mas malaki yung pinasok niyang pera eh. So that might be a concern for the franchisor because you are the active manager of the unit, but then you don't have decision-making powers because you are not the major, kumbaga, shareholder of the unit. So baka yun yung maging concern. So siguro the kailangan pag-usapan with the passive investor is ano yung share, 50-50 ba? Kasi kung 50-50, malabo yung decision making dun eh. Kasi pareho kayo ng share. Kung at least 49-51, kung ikaw yung 51, majority holder ka, so the decision making power is with you. So something like that.
Okay, thank you for that, Ms. Rhea. Paula, do we have more questions?
This one is for the presenters, no? What support do you provide to the franchisees to help them build revenues or profit during their first 6 to 12 months of operation? So while they're experiencing this birth pains of getting into a franchise. So what support do you give them? This is ongoing operation. Let's go with Miss Ida first from EC Day.
Okay, hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, Miss
Yes,
Ida.
Hello.
Miss Ida.
Okay. We have a help desk that they can call, and then at the same time, we will have a roving team of operations people to check the site like every month and every 2 months. And then, of course, we'll have Viber groups and then email groups. We'll make sure that our franchisees will feel our presence virtual while there's a COVID, and then as needed, as we build, as we're able to be more visible in the stores, then that would really be better. So that's how we're going to do it.
Miss
Yeah.
Isa, yes, Potato Corner.
Yeah, for Potato Corner, first of all, we approve the site and we really assess it carefully so that when we open the store, it will surely generate sales. And according to what we are expecting to ensure that we get the payback period. Okay, so but during the operations, once we open the store, there will be a support from our operations team. So they'll be visiting your store regularly. We even deploy a training crew or a training staff to work hand in hand with your crew so that we make sure that the operating procedures are really being followed and will be implemented even without the trainer already. So in terms of sales building, we also have we provide assistance in coming up with local store marketing that is suitable to the market where the store is located. So it really depends on the need. Like if we need to increase the transaction count, we have a particular sales building initiatives for that. And if we have to increase the average check, we also have a different initiative for that. So depending on the need of the store, we will come up with a program to build the sales.
Thank you, Miss Isay. How about Mr. Gillian of Facilities?
As for the initial yung first ayun nga, yung initial opening support, we deploy our opening team to every branch. So we deploy them for around 1 month just to help the trainees, the new employees adjust. And then we do continual visits every monthly. And then before we open a store kasi we conduct a study. Yun nga, I said earlier, we conduct a study na will this location really generate the amount needed for our franchisee to gain profits na hindi sila malulugi. Then and hit their targets every day for the whole month. So we have an opening team. We also have an operations team. We also have an accounting team to help our potential franchisees or partners na i-run yung store nila. And then after naman nun, we do continual visits. Then we not necessarily deploy, but pag nag-regular visits kami, kasama rin yung opening team namin just to check the standards and the quality of the products and service na binibigay ng store.
Thank you, Mr. Gillian. How about Mr. Jason of Bayad Center, sir?
Yeah, as what Ms. Isay and Gillian said, we do market studies before namin buksan. We call it the market development study. And once they are approved and nag-open na, the after yung support namin, aside from having our own help desks, we also do the visits by the territory managers. And then local store marketings, we do that as well. via social media. We promote the branch, social medias, and even on the radio stations, and all possible areas kung saan kami pwede mag-promote or any means of medias we could. Those are the things that we do to promote, further promote the new sites open. And we also tap them to the billers. Let's say, nagbukas dito and then may local biller tayo. We inform the biller that we have our new partner and kindly drive your customers to that partner that we have on your area. Those are just other things that we are doing. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Marvin. We do have our last questions for our franchise for our presenters. Um, this one is very timely, no? And I'm sure that our viewers are waiting for this. So for the Christmas season, do you have anything or something new to offer or to announce for those who would like to invest in your franchise business? Ayan, very timely that question. Who would like to go first po? Miss Isay, ayan.
Yeah. So this is currently an ongoing promotion for our franchise package. But what we can do, like since our zero franchise fee promo is only until December 31, but what we can offer is that you do not have to open your store this month. Okay. All you have to do is just submit your application. Once it is approved and you sign the franchise agreement, you can still avail of the promo of zero franchise fee. So it doesn't have to, to open the store this month. Okay, you can open that like first quarter next year. It's for you to be able to avail the promo of zero franchise fee, which you can save as much as 150,000.
Wow, that's very good news. Thank you, Miss Isay. And who else? Miss Ida, do you have a
Okay.
promo for? Mhm.
Well, thank you for giving us this chance to share the story of Easy Day Shop. At present, we are actually preparing for our first franchise site in Dasmariñas, Cavite. So that's what we're focusing on, and hopefully, we'll be able to open more stores next year, given our negosyong pangmatagalan.
All right. Thank you, Miss Ida. And then who else? Okay, I think Paula.
Pahabol na question to Miss Isay of Potato Corner. Do you have international franchise in Kuwait? So they want to bring Potato Corner in Kuwait. Who can they talk to? This is Mr. G-Boy Corteza from Facebook page.
Yeah, so thank you for expressing your interest for global franchising of Potato Corner. Yes, we do have a global franchising. In fact, we have opened like store in Kuwait, like last year. And then for opportunities outside the Philippines, you can email your intent to our email address, yung I want franchise at potatocorner.com. So I can share it here, I can chat here, or I'm not sure lang, Paula, if I can answer in the Facebook live, but you can share the email address of Potato Corner. So once we receive your email, we'll connect you with our international market group for your inquiries for Kuwait franchising.
Thank you, Miss Isay, for that. There you have it. We There you have it. We truly have a fruitful day and wonderful sharing of information. So before we come to an end, allow us to conduct a short survey to know which brands you would like to get in touch with. Please note that by participating in this poll, you agree to share your email, name, and contact number to our presenters. This will help them contact you for their franchise packages. So you may select multiple brands based on your interest. While we are waiting for your response, Ms. Rose, shall we ask for our presenters for their parting words for our viewers?
Okay. Now, may we kindly ask from our resource speakers and presenters for your brief closing messages or parting words and advices for our viewers in this webinar. Let's start with the new franchise sales and management, Ms. Val.
Yeah, so to all our participants here today who are aspiring franchisees, please know that there is really an opportunity amidst this crisis. And every one of us can tell to you kung ano yung appetite of aspiring franchisees, no, even during this crisis. So we can really tell actual stories of success despite this. So at least for our team, we would like to help you get the right franchise brand. A partner namin si Potato Corner, si Easy Day, almost everyone here. So kung gusto niyo po ng isa lang kausap, I'm just kidding. Pero kung gusto niyo po ng with help also with location and to really help you with your franchise application, your franchise is your person for that. So again, maraming salamat po in advance. Merry Christmas.
And thank you very much, Ms. Val. Next is Ms. Ida of Easy Day.
Okay, so magandang Easy Day and magandang Pasko to all. And then may we continue to all stay safe. And hopefully there's an Easy Day shop near your neighborhood that you can patronize for your Noche Buena shopping. And eventually also for your neighborhood grocery franchise. Again, Merry Christmas, magandang Easy Day, and let's all stay safe. And salamat.
Salamat din, Ms. Ida. Magandang Easy Day.
Yeah.
All right. Next is Ms. Isay of Potato Corner.
Yeah, so thank you once again, PFA, for this opportunity to present Potato Corner to our aspiring entrepreneurs. So to all of you out there, Potato Corner is adjusting our business model for us to be able to accommodate more aspiring entrepreneurs and those who would want to invest with very less capital. Like what I've said, we have a starter kit as low as 95,000, wherein you can already have your Potato Corner store for 6 months, and then later on you can convert it to a regular package. And like what I've been mentioning, we are offering a zero franchise fee until end of the year. So please grab that opportunity, and we'll be very happy to welcome you as part of the family of Potato Corner. So thank you once again, and I wish everyone happiness and a real joy during these holidays. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Isay. For our viewers, you still have few more days to contact Ms. Isay. All right. Next, from our partner, Sir Vince of BPI.
Yeah, so thank you once again for having us today. So we're excited to be your partner in your business journey. Just please feel free to contact us po, and we'll be with you through this. I know it's been a tough ride for a lot of us this year, and BPI will definitely be your partner. So just contact us po. And Merry Christmas. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat, Sir Vince. How about Ms. Jinky of DLDT Enterprise?
Again, PFA, thank you so much for the opportunity of always bridging the entrepreneurs to all the brands out there, interesting ones. In fact, ako na got interested in one or two. Again, we would like to encourage everyone to get in touch with us through the QR code. Again, we do it consultative. We've done a lot of solutions for sites and multi-sites na mga nag-franchise. And we really want to give you the right service. So please do get in touch with us, and we are willing to listen to your business model. Again, dagan salamat and Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Ms. Jinky. And next is Sir Gillian of Cafe Latte.
First of all, I want to thank PFA for inviting us to this webinar, and to our potential franchisees. will be ano din, will be ano yan? We'll be having a discount on our franchise fee then depending on what kind of package you're looking for. So we can discuss it. We can discuss it. Just kindly contact us through email, social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, kung saan niyo mas preferred. We can talk about it. And then Merry Christmas to all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And from Bayad Center, Sir Jason.
Good afternoon. And again, Miss PFA, thank you so much for this opportunity. And mga kababayan, we wish you all na maging safe and have a happy Christmas. Please reach us and what we have seen right now, even if it's pandemic, mas lalong naging yung need ng tao for this business. Sobra with regard also sa remittances business namin, as we all know, lahat ngayon is doing all possible means na para makapag-cash out lang o sila magkaroon silang cash in. They don't want to go outside, pero kung may malapit na bayad center sa tabi, and that's what we are doing now. Expansion, kahit sa mga kasulok-sulukan ng ating bayan. Salamat mga kababayan. Salamat po, PFA.
Ayan, salamat Sir Marvin. And save the best for last. Ika nga. Our resource speaker, Miss Rhea.
Aray. Pressure, Miss Rose. Ayan. So I would like to repeat what I said in the last slide, that the beauty of franchising is that you are in a business for yourself, but not by yourself, because you have your franchisor's experience, system, and expertise to help you become your own boss. Merry Christmas po.
Merry Christmas indeed. Ayan. Okay. Thank you, Miss Rhea. And
There you
thank
have it.
Mm.
There you have it. Thank you so much again to our speakers and presenters, and of course to our participants for staying with us. This webinar is co-presented by BPI and PLDT Enterprise and in partnership with the Sea Oil Philippines Incorporation, 7-Eleven, the Generics Pharmacy, Mega World, Phoenix Petroleum, Insular Life, SM Supermalls, Qualiplus International, Franca Philippines, and LTNG Credit Line Corporation. Again, thank you very much, most especially to our partners and for the kind support of DTI regional offices and OWA.
Okay.
Ms. Rose?
All right. Our next How to Invest in the Right Franchise webinar will happen next year. Ayan. Pahinga muna tayo with the Christmas season. And before we end, may we invite everyone to please join us this December 16 to 17, that's next week, for our virtual Expo, where you'll get to inquire directly or even just browse on various franchise brands from food, retail to service sectors. Registration is easy. As you see on your screen, just go to franchiseasiaph.com/virtual expo. Again, it is free of charge. Kaya tara na, invite your family and friends to check it out at yayain na sila magnegosyo ngayong bagong taon. Okay? And thank you everyone. This has been Rose Abad, wishing everyone a great afternoon. Keep safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone.
Yes, Ms. Rose. Who knows, 2021 could be your year to start a franchise business. Again, maraming salamat for staying with us. The link is on the chat box if you wish to visit it. Just go in the link and register. It's very easy. It will take you less than a minute. Or you can visit our Facebook page. Make sure to like and follow us to get notified on the latest webinars that we have. You may also visit our website at www.pfa.org.ph, again, to see our members list and to see the most trusted franchise brands in the country. Again, thank you so much for your support. This has been Paula Canua. Until next time on How to Invest in the Right Franchise webinar. See you again on December 16 to 17 on the Virtual Franchise Expo. Stay safe and God bless everyone.